Hey Gemini, welcome to your love and romance reading for April 2023. This is going to be for the Gemini collective, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Venus. This is a general love reading, therefore not every single message is going to resonate. And that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to connect and we're going to see what's coming up here for the Gemini collective. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising, Gemini Venus. What is coming up for love and romance, April 2023? One more shuffle. All right. I don't have a set number of times I shuffle. I just shuffle till the cards feel ready. Let's get right on into it, my dears. First card coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Queen of Swords. And that could very well be you in your wonderful, beautiful air sign energy. Queen of Swords is a no-nonsense kind of card. So some of you might not be super patient right now in your love life. Like you might just be very clear, look, this is what I want. Are you on the same page with me or not? If not, there's the door. Too bad, so sad. I'm not going to think about it. So sometimes Queen of Swords for me can be very much a sense of like either you're going to get on board or I don't want to hear it. Right? Like I'm not looking for someone to come and change my mind or tell me to do this or tell me to do that. So there could be something where you have really hard boundaries right now. You have really strong deal breakers and that's not going to change. And that's fine. That's where you might have come to here on your journey. The other way I feel Queen of Swords coming in for the Gemini collective is that some of you have had a lot of things that have been interfering with your love life, whether it's work or your social life or family situations. And I feel the Queen of Swords in the terms of like protecting your time. Like this is my time. This is my time to be with my person, or this is my time to be on my dates, or this is my time to, make love or like whatever. Like you're not allowing things to come in and to pull you away from it or to take you away from it. And this is an intuitive message coming in. Those of you who are in an existing relationship where there's children involved, I feel like there are some changes being made with scheduling. That's like really kind of like non-negotiable, like doing things with like the kids' schedule, so that it's allowing you all to have time together. It's like you might say that we need to have grown-up time, right? Or we need to have, grown-up space. Like kids are not coming into this space. Kids are not coming into this time. And so there could be boundaries here in that way as well in terms of scheduling, timing, getting things in order. But I feel a sense of time being a big factor for Gemini for love and romance in April. Like protecting your space, right? And not allowing things to happen to take away from your romantic time. Whether you're dating or coupled with somebody or, just trying to have a social life to meet people. You're eliminating the distractions and you're being very protective of not allowing things to come in and take away from that personal time. Now we have Six of Cups. Six of Cups for some of you can be a reconciliation. Now relax. Relax. Don't come for me with your pitchforks and torches. Sometimes when the Six of Cups comes up, people get very angry in the comments and they're like, I'm not going to be with that person and I've already banished them and I never want to see them again. Six of Swords can be somebody from the past resurfacing. It can also be in an existing relationship overcoming some kind of conflict, overcoming some kind of disagreement, kissing and making up, making amends. But even when it's somebody coming back from the past, it doesn't have to be your worst nightmare scenario. It doesn't have to be the person who ripped out your heart. It could be a childhood friend. It could be an old coworker. It could be someone that always kind of thought you were cute, but you were never both single at the same time. You know, so it doesn't have to be like the one person you never want to see again. Keep that in mind. With the Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups, I feel, Gemini, some of you are dealing with a person that played chicken with you. They played chicken with you. And this is for those of you who are single. So, you might have expressed your boundary, right? Like, this is my expectation. This is what I want. If you're not on the same page, then, you know, have a nice life. I'm not wasting my time. This person thought that you were bluffing, or this person thought that you were going to make an exception for them. And so they thought that when they stood their ground, you were going to be like, oh my gosh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please come back. Like, they thought that you were going to you were going to make an exception for them, or, you know, they weren't going to have to live up to that standard. And they waited and waited and waited, and it was tumbleweeds and crickets. There was no text coming from you. There was no phone call coming from you. No email, no Facebook message, no Instagram message, no Snapchat. And they were like, oh, dang, okay, Gemini meant that. And so they may be resurfacing and coming back around and saying, you know what? I thought about it, and now I'm ready. I thought about it, and I think I can go ahead and I can do that. So some of you were dealing with someone who thought you were bluffing. And when they saw that you didn't chase them after they pulled away or they dropped off, now they're coming back and they're stepping up to the situation. They're stepping up to your expectation, or your requirements, I should say. Not expectation, but requirements. Because we might expect something and not get it. Requirements are different, right? Requirements are required. The next card, oh, one more thing about the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can also be a very innocent, very playful love. And so, Gemini, if you've been in situations where you've felt like people have been with you for the wrong reason, or they've put a lot of pressure on you to, like, be a certain way because they want to show you off, or like they're looking at you as some way to further their success or their ego or their image, and you're done with it, you're tired of it, you're like, look, I'm not here to, you know, inflate anybody's ego or image. I want somebody to want me for me. Six of Cups can very well be very pure, very genuine, very sincere, very innocent love. It's not all about the physicality. It's not all about getting, you know, that physical pleasure. It's not all about, you know, keeping up financial appearances and hustling and grinding and building an empire. All that stuff is great. But, you know, you might be like, I'm not here to be a workhorse. I'm not here to, like, be somebody who is, you know, here to be a servant in physical matters. And so there's a sense here of, like, being loved for who you are, and just having a very fun, very genuine, very innocent, very sincere, like pure relationship, like a pure love. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Eight of Wands. I would also like to say that the Six of Cups came up for Aries for April. So if you have Aries placements, or if you're dealing with an Aries, you may want to check out the Aries love reading for April. Now we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is passion, communication. Delays are over. Things are moving along. Things are happening. This Six of Cups, for somebody resurfacing, somebody may be traveling to you, like making a beeline to you. Like, oh, you're willing to see me? I'm hopping on the next flight. I'm going to be on the next train. For some of you, I feel, Gemini, like someone is coming to see you, and like doing it very quickly, like very spontaneously. Like they don't want to wait anymore. Like, oh, you're willing to see me? Okay, I'm coming. You know, that kind of energy, that kind of sense here. You're going to give me another chance? All right, I'm headed right over. Thank you for giving me another chance. There could be this dynamic here for some of you. But Eight of Wands is freedom, it's passion, it's things happening quickly, no more blockages, things are moving forward, things are moving ahead. Communication, right? Somebody may be reaching out to you, contacting you, wanting to talk to you, wanting to smooth things over or to clear things up, and just basically be like, I want to move ahead. I want to move ahead with this. And the moment you say yes, they're taking action. They're taking action. Like this person wants to move things ahead and knows what they want, and they're gonna do what they need to do to make it happen. Now, because of this card, there could be a Sagittarius here, because intuitively, in terms of like scrying, as I'm looking at this card, that whole archer thing is really jumping out at me. The bow and arrow, the person here with the bow and arrow is really, really jumping out at me. So if you have Sagittarius placements, you might want to be sure to watch the Sagittarius reading here for April, or some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, because that archer's really jumping out at me. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Nine of Cups, which oddly enough also came up for Aries. Now, it's interesting because it's a similar kind of vibe. Aries also had here, you know, somebody realizing the errors of their way and coming back to them. But that might apply to you if you have Aries placements, because it feels to me, Gemini, like somebody is realizing the error of their way and coming back to you. Unless some of you are dealing with an Aries where you're finding a common ground. If you've been having challenges with Aries, there may be a sense here of like finding a common ground and finding what the non-negotiables are for each of you. But they also had the Nine of Cups come up in their reading. But the Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. That which you have wished for, that which you have desired coming to be. Some of you are wishing for a reconciliation or wishing to hear from someone, and that could very well be happening for you in April. Some of you are wishing for an existing relationship to overcome some challenges and move ahead, and that could very well be happening for you in April with this Nine of Cups. I also feel here with this Nine of Cups, Gemini, you all had a very, very interesting reading for March. And I even said, you know, some of you maybe want to check your other placements because this might not be your reading, because it was very interesting about like physical things, like things in the bedroom. It was a very interesting reading. And so I was like, oh, this might not be for some of you. Now with this reading for April, I'm feeling a sense here, like in terms of physical intimacy, in terms of like bedroom stuff. Nine of Cups is coming up for me like a dream lover. This is like a dream lover. Like this is a fantasy kind of relationship or fantasy kind of dynamic. So maybe in your relationships, it's been challenging for you. It's been challenging for you to find people that you have that kind of connection with. And it could be some of you are dealing with a person who kind of knows. They're like a dream lover situation, and maybe they thought that they were going to get a lot out of you, you know, from it. Maybe they thought that you were going to be a sugar daddy or sugar mom or whatever, or you were just going to let them get away with anything and everything because they were like this dream person, and they're realizing it's not going to be that way. Like they're realizing that, you know, yes, you're a dream lover in this situation, but that doesn't mean that you're just gonna, you know, run all over Gemini. That doesn't mean that you're just gonna get your way at every turn. that, you know, you're still gonna come in and like be respectful and be with Gemini because you want to be with Gemini, not because you're gonna have Gemini around your finger. Gemini is not gonna be around your finger. So there could be that dynamic here for some of you with this person. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles can be a youthful earth sign person, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Page of Pentacles is also here investing time and energy into things that are worthwhile, into things that are going to benefit us. So as I said, that card, the last card, is confirming the energy I felt with the first card, which was putting our time and our energy towards what we want. Here, having a personal life, having a love life, you know, having that work-life balance. Some of you, work-life balance has not been balanced and it's been wreaking havoc on your love life. And I'm not trying to be vulgar here, but like maybe to the point where like you've been so busy that you don't even have time to make love. And some of you are like, my gosh, like, can you just give me an hour to get laid? Like, just, it's been so busy, so hectic. And so there's a sense of like protecting the time, having boundaries with the time, and making time to have the physical intimacy, right? To enjoy that aspect of your relationship. Again, also what I said about having schedules here, schedules and boundaries around kids, right? The kids are on a schedule, and so they're going to be on their schedule. They're going to be, you know, doing what they need to be doing. They're going to be in bed by a certain time, and this is like a non-negotiable thing. And so any things around kids that have been interfering with the relationship are getting, you know, getting in order, getting in routine, getting into schedule, so that the adults can have their time together and have their relationship together. So maybe some of you have gotten kind of lost in the whole, you know, family thing. And it's like, yes, we're a family, but we're going to have division here, right? We're going to have division for the grown-ups to have grown-up time and to have parent time, and the parents being together without interruption, without distraction, you know, date nights, you know, all that kind of thing. You might want to check out your other placements. Some months your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign. So there's a playlist in the description that will take you to the other videos. There's also a playlist that will take you to the weekly forecasts. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of this video, or there's links, I should say, in the description of this video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, or a month ahead, I should say. Hope to see you in the weekly forecast or the dailies as well. Have a wonderful April, my darlings. Take care and be well.